Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're interested to see how I got these romantic goddess box braids, then stay tuned. So I'm starting off with all of my braids pre-braided. It's pre-braided all throughout the head, so that means that I just have all the box braids done at the roots. And I already did a few of the braids, but I'm going to show you a few more that I've done. So this first one, I'm starting off with braiding the hair down to about 3 to 4 inches, and then I'm going to take some of my crochet curly hair. It's called Aruba Curl by Freetress, and I'm going to add that in. So you want to hold the hair, the curly hair, in tight with the with your braid. Make sure it don't slip, because it could easily slip out if you're not holding it properly. So just align it with your braid and hold it tight. So I braided that in a little, and now I'm going to put that curl to the side so that it doesn't get mixed in with the braid. And I didn't have anywhere to put the hair, so I'm just holding it with my mouth. And with that same strand of curly hair that I'm using, I'm going to continue to braid down the box braid, and I'm going to take the other piece out, and that's going to be the second curly strand that's going to be out of the braid. And just having the curls out of the box braid is going to give you that nice flowy, beautiful, romantic look that I'm referring to, instead of just having the ends curly or just having one strand throughout the braid, or having all. I'm showing you 3 different ways, and the 3 different braids that I'm doing is how I created my whole head. And yeah, when me doing the 3 methods throughout my whole head, it's going to give it the nice romantic look that I'm referring to. So now that I have all the hair braided to the desired amount, I left about 3 inches out at the end. I'm going to add in another piece of the curly hair, and this strand is not full strand, it's just cut in half so that it's not too long. And I am going to add in that hair the same way that I added the other strand of hair, and I'm going to braid that down until the kanekalon hair is no longer showing. So I'm going to braid the curly hair with the kanekalon hair to form a box braid until all of the kanekalon hair is no longer showing. It's all braided in. And once that is all braided in, which is about to pop up in a minute, I am going to form a knot. So it's all braided in, it's just the curly wavy ends, and I'm going to take one strand of the curl and wrap that around my finger to form a circle. And I'm going to put that strand throughout the hole, and I'm 3 to 4 times, and this is going to create a secure knot so that it is secure, it doesn't slip out. And I don't use any glue for my method. I've seen people use hair glue or other types of glue, but I will not be using any glue in this tutorial. This is good enough, and you see the hole and you see the knot formed when I tightened it, and you see the curls at the end. It's no straight ends. And make sure you don't use also, and I'm just showing you guys the ones I created. So that was the first one that I show you guys on camera, but also I'm going to tell you guys, do not use too much hair at the end, because you want to make sure you have enough throughout the whole head. You can use 2 packs if you want. Only purchase 1 pack just so it could be nice and flowy. But if you use too thick of a strand on different braids, you may run out. So just keep that in mind. I only use 1 pack of the curly hair, but if you use too thick of a strand throughout each braid, then you might run out. So I'm braiding it down again, and this box braid is only going to have 1 curly strand throughout the box braid, and then a curly end. All the braids are going to have curly ends, but some braids I'm going to have 2 curly strands, some are going to have 1, some are going to have none. This one is just going to have 1 curly strand. So I took my curly strand from my crochet here, and I'm just going to add that in, just braid it down a little bit so that it's secure inside the braid. And then I'm going to put it to the side, like grab it with my mouth to hold it, and to hold it out of the way. And this one is just going to have 1 curly strand rather than 2 like I had the other braid. The other braid had two curly strands throughout the braid. This one is just going to have one. So I'm altering my camera a little bit lower so you guys can see me do this. So I'm braiding that in a little bit, and I'm going to take away the curl. So that curl is going to be in, it's going to be left out. So I'm taking it, once I have the curly strand in there, I'm separating it, and I just hold it with my mouth just to keep it out of the way. I don't do that for any other reason, just so I can make sure that I don't accidentally add the curl inside of the braid. So I have that curly strand out of the way, and I'm just going to continue to braid until I get about 3 to 4 inches of about 3 inches of the kanekalon hair left. And these braids are pretty long. I originally didn't plan to do it this long, but it came out really beautiful. Anyhow, it goes about to my hips in the front, and then the back it goes to my butt. But yeah, and I'm going to add the curly end. And remember, for the ends, I don't use a full strand. I cut that part in half so that it's not too long. So I take a decent amount, trying to make sure it's not too thick, and I cut the strand in half, and I add that half a strand to the ends of the hair, braiding it down to all of the kanekalon hair is no longer showing. And then once all the kanekalon hair is braided in with the curly hair, and it's just braided down to the end, I take some of the curly ends, like a strand of the curly end, and I wrap it around. So you see, I'm taking, it's all braided down, and I'm taking one strand and wrapping it around my finger. Make sure you're looking at my fingers, you guys. Put it through that hole 3 to 4 times. That's 2 times. That's 3 times. And I'm showing you guys the hole right there, and pull it through. You see the curly ends. So I will be doing that method all throughout my hair with the ends. And I'm doing 3 methods throughout my whole head. I'm going to do 2 strands of curly hair through one braid, 1 curly strand through another one, and then just a straight up box braid with curly end. And I'm going to alternate between those 3 types of braids throughout my whole head to create this nice look. So this is the last type of braid that I'll be alternating throughout my head. This one is going to be just a regular box braid with a curly end. So you see that I'm not going to add any strands of curly hair throughout the braid. I'm just going to have a regular plain box braid. I'm just going to braid that down to the end like I did the other ones, and leave about 3 inches of the ends out. And then once it gets to about 3 inches, that's when I'm going to add my curly hair to the end and do the same thing that I did with the other braids. And I'm just going to alternate between those 3 types to create the look that I created. So I'm just going to braid that down. Like I said, add the half of the curly strand and braid that down till you don't see any kanekalon here, so that none of the straight hair is showing. And then create the knot the same way that I've been creating it. And with this way, we're doing the 3 different types of curly with the curly hair with the braids. It's just going to make a nice flowy look, rather than all the braids being the same type, like all of them just having a curly end, or all of them just having 2 strands of curly hair throughout the braid. It's going to make it not look bunched up together, like just a whole bunch of curls put together, or just regular braids with curly ends. I want it to have like a nice flowy kind of look, and that's how I came up with like I think it's like a romantic look. That's what I call it. So I'm just going to create the knot, just wrapping around my finger, pulling it through the hole 3 to 4 times. Then once I pull it through 3 to 4 times, I pull it together like you create a knot, and then wrap it around my finger. Or you don't have to wrap it around your finger, but if you get any fuzz, you could just swirl it around your finger to form the curl again. So that's the 3 different types of braids that I'm going to be creating throughout my whole head. And this is the final look. As you see that it's like nice and flowy, it's all different throughout, so I can create this beautiful look. And you see that once I got to the top, I put the curly strands a little bit higher so that you could see the curls good. It's not just like all braided all down and then curls. And here is another view and different lighting, and you see the back. And I have a picture at the end right here. Thanks for watching. Bye.